Presented by DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Download the DraftKings app and use the code BobbySports to get in on the action.
He's the only one. He's the only one.
Kevin?
Yeah.
Would you blow the whistle, please? We're at my house.
I looked around, too. I'm like, oh, crap.
I had to leave today, and as quickly, so we had to delay, and we still got it up. We're good, but I don't have my whistle since we're recording from my house. Yeah. I looked around, and nobody had their whistle. Kevin's still in his Dak Prescott jersey.
Yeah, baby.
Looking good. Cowboy fan for life.
How about that blue? That looks good on him.
Hey, at least I do like the color blue.
It matches your eyes, Kevin.
That's what it is.
But at least it's not a rival.
That's
you
what I
lost,
said.
but at least it's not a rival.
That's what I said to Micah.
If you're wearing a Yankees jersey or a Giants jersey.
No. Jets.
Yeah.
No.
That'd suck for you.
Yes.
But a Cowboys jersey, it's just annoying because Eddie's staring at you, lusting over you in that thing.
You look great, man.
Look at his eyes.
Or that thing on you, one of the two. Yeah. I have a friend that plays, it's his rookie year in the NBA, and I would say it's not, I would say a friend, but somebody that I have gotten to know, Jalen Williams, who plays for the Thunder. And I got to know him a little bit whenever he was playing at Arkansas, and I messaged him, and I said, yo, what's the biggest difference in speed, size, talent as compared to last year playing at Arkansas versus playing for the Thunder, which he's been playing a lot more for the Thunder since they're kind of, I don't want to say tanking, but they don't want to win a bunch of games. You know, Holmgren's out, hurt all year, and everybody's kind of in the Wembanyama contest sweepstakes, and they didn't really have enough anyway to win, right? So all that together, they're giving their young guys a lot of playing time, and Jalen's been able to benefit from that. So I said, what is it? He said, well, the difference is everybody's speed is crazy, everybody's strength, and how much spacing there is on the floor, but the hardest part is battling your mind. And I said, what do you mean spacing? As in more space because of the shooting skill or less because it closes quickly? Because there could be no space all of a sudden because everybody's quick. And he said more spacing because of the shooting is way better and the defensive 3 seconds. So 5 to 3?
Yeah.
From college to NBA? Like if you're going to get in the lane?
Is it like 5? It's 3, but they're cool with 5 in college?
In college, I've seen them like camp out.
Oh, I get it.
Like,
7 seconds.
I feel like it's more of a 5.
Yeah.
Even if they don't. I feel like it's like you get a free second, and then we count. And then it's like we'll give you a second, and then we call it. It's almost like in the NFL when they do the play clock. Like they have to see the 0, then look down and see if the ball is not snapped. So it's almost like you get an extra half second. So it feels like 5 seconds in the lane.
Yeah.
Because if you just watch the click, tick, 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 everybody's in the lane for 3 seconds.
Everyone.
But because of, again, that like the referee play call rule in the NFL, it's where they don't blow the whistle for delay a game until they see it pop 0 and then look down and see if the ball is snapped. So there's like that half second flirtation there. So, but it's pretty cool.
And then he's, feeling the whole, they're shooting from half court now. Like they can shoot it from all over.
Yeah. He had 10 rebounds his first game.
Awesome.
He had 10 rebounds. The first game he started, he had 0 points. I think they were just like, don't shoot it if you get it. I don't know if they said that, but when you have 10 rebounds and no points.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we're here. We're good. Let's warm it up. What do you spend too much money on around the room, Eddie?
Golf.
Really?
I mean, that's what I spend all my money on. Not gambling because I only have $40 limit. But golf, I mean, in this summer, I'm playing probably once a week. So you're doing $40, $50 in green fee like every week. So yeah, it adds up, man.
Kevin?
Alcohol, for sure. A couple drinks here and there a night, a bottle of bourbon, why not? $40 here, $40 there, beer here, going out.
That'll change.
Yeah.
After what?
How old are you?
31.
A couple things will happen. One, you and your girlfriend will get a little more serious. And if you don't have a whole lot of disposable income, you'll want to use that differently. And then 2, you'll just start to get way fatter.
Oh, you'll feel that.
I feel that already.
Yeah, it'll just start slowing down a little bit. Mike, what do you spend too much money on?
Coffee. For a while, I was going to Starbucks every day. It adds up.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so expensive. Like $8.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh, I know.
For a drink.
I know.
It's like what we complain about going to an NFL game, but we do it every day drive-through. Yeah. Like, $8 for a beer at a game? And then we're like, oh, can you believe it?
Yeah.
Y'all have a espresso naba. That'll be $9.13, sir.
Dude, the beers are $20 at games.
I know.
Like, it's crazy.
I don't know.
I know you don't drink.
But everybody complains about prices, and then an $8 coffee, basically the same thing. I spend too much money on ordering like Uber Eats. It's just ridiculous.
That fee? Is it that fee?
Well,
that
it's the
gets you?
fee. It's the tip. It's just the food because you're just touching buttons. So why not
doesn't
get
feel
the
real.
broccolini?
Let it
So
rip.
easy.
Yeah.
It's a great hangover app.
Yeah. So that's what we spent too much money on there. And let's go over to Kevin and get in. He's taking a drink. He's getting a loose. The tittle's time.
It's time for the stupidest name ever. It's the Tittle Tattle with Kickoff Kevin.
Bobby, who do you think is more likely to come back next season for another season, Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers?
I think they're both likely to come back. I think the question is who's likeliest to not come back? Like, of the two, which one do you think would retire? I do think they'll both be back. Don't you guys?
I don't know if Brady's going to be back. I'm not 100% convinced.
Okay, but I'm saying if 51 means you lean toward him coming back, I feel like they're all coming back. Like, they're all leans.
Yes.
If you had to bet yes or no,
Yes.
would you bet that Brady's coming back?
I would have to bet yes.
Would you bet that Rodgers is coming back?
100%. I bet the farm on that.
You would?
Yes.
So in your mind, then Rodgers is for sure and Brady is not as for sure.
Oh, yeah. I think Rodgers, what did he say recently in a podcast? Like he said, I can still win MVP. It's like, in his mind, dude, this guy's not retiring in the next 10 years.
But he said in the right situation. Whatever that means.
You can just tell he's ready to keep proving that he's the best. And he's not considered the best, but he wants to prove that he is the best.
He won the MVP last year, though, right?
Yeah, 2 years in a row. Last 2
So
out of 3
I do
years.
still think he is a top 5 quarterback and could be a top 3 if he's on a team that can help him a little bit. I think they both come back, but I think because Rodgers is so quirky, I think he may be like, yeah, I feel good, but I never felt better. I quit.
Oh, interesting.
I think Brady's back next year. I think Rodgers is back, but because he's such a wild card, I'm going to go with Rodgers would retire just because he wants people to be like, oh, he's crazy.
Mhm.
He lives by his own rules.
Well, I fall for that because I feel like he's like one of those crazy thinkers. Like, oh, I just think about things. I like to
Free spirit.
It's free spirit, right?
Yeah.
So in that nature, I feel like he could easily just be like, I just want to go live on the land.
Maybe he goes away for a year, or maybe he comes back halfway through a season. Maybe he comes back left-handed and wants to play slot. I don't know. He's just a weird dude.
He is.
And I do think Brady's coming back, so I'm going with Aaron Rodgers, most likely to not come back just simply because he likes to be known as quirky.
Why does Brady come back? Like, what's the main reason? He
Probably
can't quit?
to win one more and to separate himself even more. Like, leave and know, ain't nobody touching this. Not until they turn regular season like they did the Pro Bowl and it goes all flag. Ain't nobody going to touch this 8 Super Bowls.
Dang.
I think he'd like to win one more. I think it would be cool if he went to Miami because he wants to be a part owner of that team. You know, that discussion was happening. If he went there, I think it'd be cool if he played for San Francisco because that's his team.
Yeah.
He always wanted to play for. If San Francisco gets to the Super Bowl, I don't think he is an option in San Francisco. And I know Jimmy G went to a Super Bowl and they tried to get rid of him, but they did have Trey Lance ready to go and drafted really high. I don't think they make a move for another quarterback if Brock Purdy gets them to a Super Bowl. If they win a Super Bowl, no chance. It's Purdy. If they get to a Super Bowl, it's Purdy. But if they lose, even in the conference championship, I think there's a chance that Brady comes in for 1 year. And they say to Brock Purdy, hey, kid, you're 12. Just sit back.
It's cute.
Yeah.
Let
Thank
Pat Ball
you.
play quarterback for a year.
A couple years.
And that'll be yours.
Yeah, there we go. Well, speaking of quarterbacks, who would you rather have heading into a playoff game as they face off on Sunday, Joe Burrow or Josh Allen?
Are we talking about all the same weapons or just straight quarterbacks? Everything's equal.
Straight quarterbacks, 1 game playoff.
Joe Burrow. If it's just quarterback and all the receivers are the same, all the lines the same, I'm taking Joe Burrow. Josh Allen's really good, but he has played so erratic. And that's why they've lost a couple of those games that they've lost. They've only lost a couple games. They're both elite, so I'm not even saying that Josh Allen sucks and easily it's Burrow. I just think it's Burrow. Burrow doesn't make the out-of-nowhere mistakes that Josh Allen does. Burrow throws those anticipation passes like nobody I've ever seen before. You watch those clips sometimes where they're like, watch this, and it goes in slow motion. The receiver running his route, not even looking. As soon as he turns, boom, ball. Right there.
It's pretty amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I also just never doubt that Burrow can lead a team back.
Yeah.
Maybe because of the furs he wears, all the
The swag.
just so much. He's convinced me. I'm going to go Burrow, but both are obviously elite and top quarterbacks. Joe Burrow. Eddie.
I think Burrow is definitely the smarter quarterback as far as, making decisions and, like you said, leading the team. But, man, I love Josh Allen. I like how physical he is. I like the different things. If he needs to run the ball,
You're right.
He'll get that first down.
You have to watch him as another runner. Like, he's another running back on the field, and that's really hard to shut down.
So I don't know how he's going to be in 2 years, but next year I want Josh Allen.
What do you think, Kevin?
It's so hard, but I can't help but say Joe Burrow for one game just because I feel like he'll get you there without losing it, but so can Josh Allen. But I noticed Burrow
Has Josh Allen made a Super Bowl?
No.
Yeah,
that's the
he's
thing.
not.
And I noticed last week that Burrow, he lost his offensive lineman again, and he was like, you know what? I think my defense will be able to handle the Ravens. I just got to do enough just to kind of get out of here with a win. And he even said that in the postgame where Josh Allen would have been like, I got to do even more now, and then might have made a mistake.
2 balls at once.
Like Huntley, exactly.
I got this.
So maybe it's just a trust thing, but I'd go with Burrow.
Hard to say because they're both great.
Of course.
Yeah.
And the Bills are so good. When they are good, they are great. But, okay, 2 Burrows, 1 Allen. Next.
Are you more confident in Dak or Daniel Jones to have another great game this weekend?
Dang.
It should be an easy answer. And just go Dak.
Yeah.
It should be an easy answer. Because until this season, Daniel Jones was just going to be probably a mid-level backup based on what he had done so far. So it should be an easy answer that it's Dak. But again, sometimes Dak goes full Dak.
Mm-hmm.
Dak goes full Dak when he's under pressure.
But now it's time for pressure. The games start with pressure before the first quarter even starts.
I told my wife, I'm like, look at the patience he has back there.
I hear ya.
Look at, this is the game changer when he has time and patience and he's not under pressure. He can do wonders. He throws the ball where it needs to go. But you know what? That's not always the situation.
It should be an easy answer. And it is. It's Dak. But another solid playoff game. They didn't even have to win. And I think Daniel Jones, takes another tiny step up in that ladder from the bottom of the B level to next to the bottom of the B level. Not a huge step, but still, and what a year this guy has had, showing he can do a bit of what Josh Allen does.
Not as gracefully, but yeah.
No, more gracefully, but not as physical.
Not as physical. That's what
I would say he's faster.
Yeah, probably.
I would think.
Was it this year when he lost his, when his head
like
went
2 years ago.
faster than his feet?
Snipered?
Is that where he
I don't
ran and
know.
he just fell?
Yeah, he got tripped. Yeah.
No one touched him. He just fell. His legs didn't move fast enough. I feel like that was the beginning of this year.
See, but that shows you how fast his head is.
He wants to go
Don't
fast.
discount how fast his head is. It's Dak. I think Dak's been through a lot of crap, and getting through crap also gets you ready for the next batch of crap too. I think the Cowboys can beat the 49ers this week.
Ooh, come on,
And I'm not
baby.
even saying that with bias. I am a little, but I do think they can win.
There was an interview where they asked Dak, what do you say to the people talking about, on sports shows or whatever, and about how, you're the 15 interceptions, you're not fit to do this job. He's like, oh, I don't listen to that. I don't look at the stories, read stories, listen to interviews. You think that's true? Does he not listen to that stuff?
He's probably pretty good about not purposefully searching it out. It's hard for it not to find you, especially if you live there, which he does. I don't often search out stuff about me. It's a different animal completely, but sometimes you get tagged and stuff.
Yeah.
Pisses you off. Sometimes someone will link you out thinking you will think it's funny, then you get to it and it kind of hurts your feelings. So I don't think you can stay from it 100%. But yeah, he probably has had to learn or he gets completely overwhelmed. So, yeah, I believe him.
Okay.
But it finds you.
Yeah, somehow
sure.
it
Some
does,
of it
right?
finds you,
Especially
yeah.
in Dallas.
Yeah. What else?
It's Brian Daboll, your lock for Coach of the Year.
Let's think of who else it might be. You can go over to San Francisco. Shanahan.
Mm-hmm.
I like him, especially he lost 2 quarterbacks this year.
Wild.
So we're just talking about who it could be. So Shanahan in San Francisco. You're not
Doug
gonna
Peterson?
you're not gonna go Andy Reid. Yeah. You're not gonna go Andy Reid because he is already known to be awesome, and it's against you when you've been awesome for a long time.
Right. Agreed.
Like he would need to do something he hadn't done before probably to win that. Not saying he doesn't deserve it, but when you're awesome for a long time, people don't want you to keep being awesome and keep handing you the awards because that gets boring.
Yeah. Need somebody new.
Yeah.
Nick Sirianni, Eagles.
Oh, come on,
Yeah.
dude.
Peterson
He's
in
been amazing.
Jacksonville. I don't know if he's the lock, but I would bet on him. Did we see any odds on that?
I haven't seen any, but the way that it's talked about, I would imagine he's a clear favorite.
I
right
would
now.
think he'd be the one that's minus 210 or so, and the favorite. But I think he should probably win it. I mean, Peterson should.
God, what he's done with the Jags is pretty amazing.
They're in the second round of the playoffs.
Yeah, it's pretty
I know.
amazing.
With a team that was awful last year. But so are the Giants. But
Mhm.
let's be fair. The same thing. So are the Giants.
Yeah, in a difficult division.
Yeah. So yes, the answer is yes. I think he should win it. I wonder if you can. I wonder when the voting's like when you have to vote by, because
Yeah, that's a good question.
if Jacksonville were to win another game or two, and the Giants were to lose this week, which
Ooh, that can
they
change
probably
things.
then it would maybe change. But yeah, Sirianni too in Philadelphia.
He's a favorite actually at plus 125.
Who is?
Sirianni.
Yeah.
And then
Really?
Shanahan at 200 and Dable at 350.
Well, we just lost a bunch of money.
I don't.
I would have given it to Dable.
Yeah.
I wonder when they're able to vote actually,
Huh.
because I think it could still change because a lot of those guys seem awfully close.
Yeah.
Where's
absolutely.
Peterson?
And the Peterson is fourth at 1,000 plus 1,000.
Where's McCarthy? Not on the list.
No.
All right, go ahead. Next one.
Last one, going to college here. Do you think Jim Harbaugh continually flirting with the NFL is going to hurt him when it comes to recruiting in the future?
Yeah, I think he probably already did a little this year. Not that it hurt their class, but if you don't think coaches are using that against him, you're thinking about going to Michigan?
Oh, wow, their technique.
Like every year he's flirting with the NFL. He ain't going to be there 2 years. Yeah, I mean, so does it hurt him in the end with the recruits he gets? I don't know, but coaches are for sure using it against him. And if someone is on the fence or their NIL deals are super close to each other, possibly he doesn't go to Michigan because of that. If it's the relationship with Harbaugh. Because, yeah, he's almost twice in 2 years. And you think if Minnesota would have hired him last year, that's where he wanted to go.
Yeah.
He'd probably be there right now. If Carolina wanted to hire him this year, he'd probably be there right now. You know when he posts that, I'm Michigan through and through, I'm here to stay. That's
God.
only after there's been 3 weeks of speculation with you talking to teams being interviewed. If you're blue and through, why don't you freaking just say it
Yeah,
from the
stay there.
beginning? Say it as soon as the game's over. Because you know they're going to be talking about that.
Yeah.
All right. That
That's
it?
it.
Thank you.
Stupidest name ever. It's the Tittle Tattle with Kickoff Kevin.
Just a reminder, 25 Whistles is presented by DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Download the DraftKings app. Use that code, BobbySports. Get in on the action because that's where it is. I love it. If you want to take the 25 Whistles parlay, we got it. I'm going to give it to you in a second. We're going to do it together. Here's what I did. I researched it, and I have the games that I think will win this. I feel pretty good about it.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's on you.
Well, here's the thing, though. I haven't had Mike print out the sheet, my DraftKings front page, when I do it by push NFL and it pulls it up. And I was feeling really good about it until I was going to have to say it out loud. And then I was like, ooh, maybe that's not it. So in about 10 minutes or so, I will give it to you. But if one of you guys really feels like it is way off, you let me know.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm
You
able,
got it.
I'm able to be influenced
Okay.
on NFL games only. Oh my God. If you want to take it, go for it. New users use the code BobbySports. Download the app. 21 and up in most eligible states. Age varies by jurisdiction. Eligibility restrictions apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. See show notes for full details. Lamar, what would you do? Would you give him the mega deal? Would you franchise tag him for 1 year, about $45 million, and then you're gonna have to deal with this again? Or would you trade him? And the decision kind of has to be made by March. So those are your three options. With what happened at the end of this last year, he was hurt. Wasn't like he was awesome all year, but he was awesome in spurts, but he was also hurt at times. What would you do with Lamar? Mega deal, franchise tag him, or trade him? And you did say he stepped down, they fired him, whatever the case is, their offensive coordinator left,
saw
who
that.
had been there a long time. Kevin?
I would franchise him, find a new offensive coordinator, and then figure out to get him a weapon or two because he still hasn't really had anybody elite. Hollywood Brown was the closest thing.
Oh, man,
And
Hollywood Brown
see-
just drops balls like this.
Yeah,
Hey!
exactly. And see what that coordinator can do with him for 1 year, and hopefully, by August they figure it out, and then boom, try to sign him for a big deal.
Eddie?
Or you can't after that.
Yeah, you can't after that.
You're
But
right.
you still
Okay.
want him to sign. You want to franchise him
franchise, give 1 more year with a new coordinator, see how that works out, and try to get him a good weapon.
because
and
you
go
can't
from there.
franchise him and see if his injuries even. Like, let's see what he does.
Yeah.
He's coming off an injury. Eddie?
I mean, 32 teams in the NFL. You're looking at, 10 really, really solid quarterbacks? Dude, why waste time? Pay him the deal. Pay the man. Give him the mega deal. And let's keep him. I mean, this is our dude. It's so hard. Drafting a quarterback. I mean, who are we going to get? Like, who's good in the NFL that you want on your team right now? Lamar's great. You just need him healthy. Pay the man.
Because who would you replace him with? There's nobody in the draft this year that I look at and go, I would love to freaking have them on my team.
No chance.
I mean, if I were the Texans, if I were the Colts, I would definitely want one of those guys because they're there and you need somebody. And what else are you going to do?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Get Derek Carr? I mean, that's the option.
But
Unless
you already
think you
have
can get
Lamar.
Tom Brady or Jimmy G. And the quarterback's it's the hardest position to get somebody good.
Mhm.
It's really hard to get somebody great. So I would make a deal to, he can perform. If you think he's healthy, if the little birdie told you that he was pretty healthy and could have played but just didn't want to mess it up, I'd sign him. I'd mega deal him. I don't think you don't trade it. But what are you going to trade him for?
Right.
You have to find a quarterback somewhere. I mean, does you think
Yeah.
Huntley? You think Huntley's the guy?
No,
I
not
mean,
long term.
But he's better than some of those other guys
He
we
did
talked
play
about.
great.
Yeah, he is. I mean,
He's on par with Jimmy G, probably.
He really is.
So I probably give him the mega deal as well. I don't think anybody thinks he should be traded.
No,
At least not in this room.
no.
And if so, get out.
Yeah.
Is he going to seal the deal with his mom? Like, is it going to be
Like
without
have
an
sex with
agent?
her?
No.
What kind of family dynamic
Guys,
are we
you can
talking about?
seal the deal in different
I
ways.
didn't know that. I was like, I don't know. How long they been dating? What base have they gotten to?
Like, is he going to do this without an agent?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Like, this is amazing.
Somebody
Has anyone else done this?
Just recently.
Roquan Smith, their
Smith did it.
linebacker,
Wow.
highest paid ever.
This is going to be if this is going to be a trend now. Everyone's like,
Yeah,
screw my
the
agent. We're doing my
problem
mom.
is it's just there's so much legalese. And it doesn't mean they don't have a lawyer or two.
Yeah.
He's not doing the contract.
He just doesn't have an agent.
Right. So don't hear that as there's nobody helping him.
Okay. I really pictured them at the kitchen table. Like, I really
and
just.
that could be a part of it too, but
Okay.
just because you don't have an agent, that doesn't mean you don't have a lawyer.
Yeah, you have to.
And a lawyer's not maybe in the trenches making those negotiation calls as much, but they're actually going over contract, telling you what you need, why this provision may not be good. I had a lawyer look over my contracts until I got an agent because I didn't know what those contracts said. There's so many.
Oh, yeah.
See paragraph 7
Oh,
will further be known as this.
words you can't
Dictate-
pronounce.
Yeah. And so then I got an agent and I was just like, handle it. And there's a lot of handling that happens. The good thing about an agent too is they continue to look out for you in other ways. And they're trying to find other ways to make you money because they make money. My agent makes 10% of everything I make.
Mhm.
And so
And they know the techniques. They've done this before.
absolutely.
Your mom doesn't.
Well,
Your mom knows what's good for you. Mom knows best.
the mom thing I think's been overblown. She's
I love
just
it, though.
helping them.
Didn't it
I
sound
know,
awesome,
It
though?
does sound awesome. It does sound awesome. Favorite storyline from each game. That's what we're going to do
Ooh.
here. We're going to go around, all three of us, and give me a storyline from each game. And if somebody uses the storyline that you're ready on, you don't get to use it again. You better make up one quick.
Oh, wow. Okay.
We're going to go to Kansas City and Jacksonville, and I'm going to go to Kevin first. Kevin?
Trevor Lawrence, can he do it again? And can he not turn the ball over 4 times in the first half to have a big comeback like that? The Chiefs' defense isn't really that good anyways, so I think he can maybe exploit them a little bit. Not saying they'll win, but see if he can do it again.
It's a 8.5-point game there. Jacksonville plus 8.5. That's a lot of points.
There's a lot of points.
I mean, it's so sexy. It's like, you want to take a bite of it.
It's
It's like,
I smell it.
It's like, Eddie?
Oh, Kansas City, watch out. Trevor's in town. I mean, I think this game's going to be a lot closer than people think. The Kansas City defense, I mean, this is not the best defense in the world. Trevor Lawrence and Peterson, they're on a roll. They're wanting to win this game this is it. This is their chance. Trevor Lawrence has so much to prove. I think they could go in here and knock Kansas City out. Kansas City does not look completely solid. Like they haven't all year. Yeah, they've had games where they look great, but no, they can be beatable, and I think Trevor Lawrence can beat.
Boy, how quickly
Chiefs.
you've switched over to the T-Law team.
Dude, I'm telling you, I did not start the season
I
like
remember
this.
getting beat. I was like, guys, I think Trevor Lawrence is really going to be special. Eddie's like,
You're out of your mind.
you're an idiot and you should die.
You're stupid.
Yeah.
But then the last 6 weeks of the season, yeah, I'm a believer. And I saw his face. Because I'm a believer. Yeah, dude, I believe it.
And when I said Mitch Trubisky's awesome, Eddie said I agree.
Yeah.
I don't think I said
No, you
that.
didn't. I think, and you talk about the Kansas City defense, interesting to me because you're right. The Kansas City defense, you don't look at them and go, those guys are awesome. They can really stop when they're not built to play defense aggressively. They're built for that offense to get a lead and those guys just to make sure the other team doesn't score as many points. Because that Kansas City quarterback, wide receivers, tight end, they just chunk the ball and score points in big piles of leaves. And so the defense doesn't have to go and make, play after play after play. What's cool about if you're playing end or a rush linebacker for the Kansas City defense is that you just get to pin your ears back and go after the quarterback all day. Because that's what they're doing. They're passing all day trying to catch up.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a weird, different type of defense that they play, meaning it's hardly ever they have to win a game defensively because their offense is just so far out ahead. And if it is close, can they do it? I mean, we saw in Buffalo or in Kansas City against Buffalo, they really weren't able to because Buffalo scored a bunch of points too. And they haven't been tested a whole lot. But the defense will be interesting I think Kansas City runs off with it.
You do?
I do.
I do too.
I think the slipper turns into concrete or whatever they say. Cinderella, slipper dies, mouse eats it. I don't know. Whatever they say about
Never heard any of
the pumpkin.
those.
What do they say,
New
Mike?
children's book?
Huh?
I'm not sure what you're going for.
What the hell are you talking
The
about?
slipper, the slipper. I don't know.
The clock strikes 12.
I don't know. Hickory
Turns into a
dickory.
pumpkin?
I'm not sure. I think for me, it's what did Waffle House end up doing for Trevor Lawrence after that last game?
Yes, what did they do?
They got a lot of free publicity because Trevor Lawrence went right to Waffle House after, and they celebrated that win. Did the executives of Waffle House reach out and go like, "Hey, dude, that's awesome. Let's hook you up. Get your own franchise."
Yeah,
You
very
know?
nice.
Because that's pretty cool. So where will he go if they win this one?
KC
They're in Kansas
barbecue?
City?
No, he's got to go back to Waffle House
Oh.
again. Yes. So for me, that's the storyline. What did Trevor Lawrence eat after they win?
Yeah, that is a good
I
storyline.
like that.
All right, Eagles and Giants. Eddie, I go to you first. Eagles are 7.5-point favorite.
This is tough. I mean, this is a rivalry to its fullest. Giants. Oh no. You want to believe that the Eagles kind of like, is Jalen fully recovered? We haven't seen them in a week. No, guys, the Eagles are the Eagles. The Eagles will fly all over the Giants.
So what's the storyline?
The Eagles will fly all over
That they're just
the
gonna
Giants.
Come back in and go, we're still dominant. Don't forget about us.
And where does Jalen eat afterwards?
That's
I
good.
don't know. I had nothing there.
Kevin?
For me, it's the two coaches. We just talked about the coach of the year and probably the top two candidates, 2 out of 3 for sure. And going at it, I thought Dable last week showed against Kevin O'Connell, great name, that he outcoached him when it mattered. And I want to see if he can do the same thing against Sirianni.
I think it's the shoulder of Jalen Hurts, the arm, shoulder. Is it better? Where exactly is it hurt? You hear slightly different stories. Basically the same. You know what arm it is. You kind of know what happened. But they don't want you to know exactly because they don't want you trying to hit it. But can he throw? Can he throw? Can he run? Is he scared to run? Will he take a hit? Remember, he's aggressive when he runs. He will just go. He's not getting down quick. Quarterback sneak. Whole line gets in. They lower the head. They push. They've been stopped all season. If his shoulder's bad, if his arm's bad, if he's got a joint that's sprained, do they still try? What will they do that they've done all season that allow them to get here? He must be feeling pretty good if they're almost an 8-point favorite. And I say that in Vegas knows. They know things
Vegas
that we
always
don't
knows.
know. And they miss sometimes, but they usually know if something's up with somebody and how up that something is, So I feel like Jalen Hurts is probably pretty back to normal. It's just, is he still scared of it? Because sometimes when you get hurt, you hurt your ankle or your leg, you're like, man, I don't want to really go on it right now because I'm afraid it'll happen again. So to me, that'd be fun. And also the NFC East, you got 3 teams. 3 teams in the right here in the second round between the Giants, the Eagles, and the Cowboys. Be cool if 2 of them won, wouldn't it?
That'd be awesome.
It's just NFC East the whole way. Bengals and Bills. I'll go. Can Joe Burrow do it again? They're a 5-point underdog. We talked about Burrow and Josh Allen. And if Josh Allen plays consistent and doesn't try to do anything doesn't try to win the entire game in the second quarter, I think the Bills should probably win this game. But the pressure's on Buffalo now because they're expected to win.
Mm-hmm.
Their fans expect them to win, and anything less is going to be a disappointment now for Buffalo Bills fans. And Joe Burrow got them to the Super Bowl last year. And I think a lot of people thought, well, the Bengals really got fortunate. Everything kind of broke their way. That Kansas City win, that was one of the craziest games I've seen last year.
Yeah.
Man, if Burrow can get to the AFC Championship, just there again.
It'd be amazing.
Because he is legit. But it further solidifies that he's going to be legit for a long time, and it also shuts people up from going one-hit wonder.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with, I think the main storyline here is the pressure on Buffalo to win the game because they actually have pressure to win the game. They're a favorite. They have pressure. It will be disappointment to that franchise if they don't. Also, I got invited to go to this game and sit in the owner's box.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Sure did.
Drop that on us?
By the owner?
I forgot to tell you. The brother of the owner.
Oh.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, he was like, you want to go up? You and your wife come sit in the owner's box and we'll watch the Bills and Bengals. I can't, but I thought it was a very nice offer.
That's very nice.
And so, but I didn't go. I know. What do you have? What do you think there, Kevin?
For me, it's going to be the pressure on the Bengals' offensive line. We've talked about it a little bit, but missing a few guys, and can they handle the Bills' defensive line, which isn't as good. They don't have Von Miller anymore, but they're still pretty damn good, and I think if they can hold up against them, then they'll be okay, and Joe Burrow's really going to need them to hold up and get some time to be able to hit all of his receivers and weapons.
I saw Jamar Chase say he thinks he's the best receiver in the NFL. He's like, yeah, I agree with him.
I think he is.
How you going to argue he's not? Okay, if you want to say Justin Jefferson is, okay.
That's
I'm not going to argue that either. But there are a few that you just don't fight with and go, well, great point. I may not feel the same, but arguably you could be right as well. I mean, that top tier, Jefferson, Chase, I'm going to put Devontae up there.
Of course. It's hard for him to prove it, but yeah.
Yeah. And when he got the shot, he was a monster again. And so I think he gets left out of that right now just because he played on a bad team. But I think it's those three probably.
I want to throw Hopkins in there, but I mean, how's he going to show it too?
Well, you're going to need him to shoot up, though, before.
Oh boy. Here we go.
You're going to need him to really get that good injection pump.
Guys, he got caught, all right?
Yeah, but he got caught.
He got caught.
Yeah, but he got caught.
But gosh, he's so good.
He is so good.
He's good.
But there are other guys that are also so good but aren't at that level.
Yeah.
I mean, go to Seattle.
Yeah.
You want to talk about a man-child, just like Devontae Adams, and is so strong.
Metcalf.
DK Metcalf is like a freak of nature.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I think DK's in that second tier, like right below. All right, Eddie, did you talk Bengals and Bills?
No, I didn't, but I think the storyline here is cute season Bengals, but Bills will take it.
Cute season.
Cute season.
Cute. I thought they actually had a really great season considering they lost at one point on their offensive line. They just had 3 practice dummies and 2 third stringers during a game.
Yeah.
They would just set them up, tape the ball to the center of the practice dummy, and he'd say, "Hut," and then that's how they'd play. They played that for 4 weeks, I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's tough.
That's disrespectful to the people that actually did play in
They
those
ain't
positions.
listening to this. So who gives a crap?
That's true.
Cowboys and 49ers. There you go.
Oh my goodness. What's the storyline here? The Cowboys shock the nation. Look, if our kicker can make these extra points, we will win this game. It's going to be a close one, right? It's going to be a close one, but I mean,
It all comes to your kicker making extra points.
I'm just joking, obviously. Obviously, I'm joking. But Cowboys shock the nation. No one believes in the Cowboys. We're really banking on a rookie quarterback to take the 49ers to the next level? No. We got McCarthy, who's been to the Super Bowl. We got Dak Prescott, who's playing great right now. We have one of the best defenses in the league. Let's go shock the nation. That's the storyline.
I don't think the nation will be shocked. I
Yes,
think they'll
they will.
It's more like mildly surprise the nation.
It's the closest game.
Yeah, it's
Of
a
the
3.5
weekend.
point spread. That's not a shock the nation.
Do you want the Cowboys to win, Kevin?
No.
Do you think they can win?
Do I think they can win? Yes.
But realistically.
No. Do I think they will win? No.
No one thinks the Cowboys can win this game.
Again, not
Other
true.
than the Cowboys,
Not
you
true.
know,
Don't say
can't.
no one. It's only a 3.5 point spread. If it were 8, we got 8.5 in Jacksonville. We got 7.5 with the Giants. Do you think the Giants can beat the Eagles?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think the Jaguars can beat the Chiefs?
Yes.
Yeah, you think nobody thinks the Cowboys can beat the 49ers,
Read me the other one.
the Bengals, and the Bills?
No.
Well, you said
You said the Bills,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
What do you think?
I think the Cowboys can win the game. I think they're going to win the game.
Yeah, but you're a Cowboys fan. That's what we believe.
Yeah, but I'm a fake Cowboys fan.
No, you're not. You're a real one.
I'm a diehard, but I'm new. And who knows if I'll be next year, right?
Oh, you will.
But
be.
I am a diehard now, but I don't know that I'll be a Cowboys fan next year. We'll see how it goes.
It's ridiculous.
Every time something starts to go wrong, though, I think, just because I've known you guys so long, well, this is when the wheels fall off. Because I see them sad every year.
That was supposed to be the last game.
I know.
It's
but-
usually when the wheels fall
But
off.
the final wheels can only fall off once. But I will say, if you lose this game, I would say, hey, pretty good season. You got a playoff win.
I agree.
First time since, I think, World War II, which is pretty cool.
I completely agree. Not a bad season.
Yeah, it's just going to be which Dak shows up. Because Dak can quickly turn into someone who's trying to save a game when he doesn't actually need to save it and lose the game. And is Pollard going to get to run the ball
Oh, that's
75 to 85% of the time, which he probably should? And I say that now that the season's over. 'cause
And
I had
you don't
Zeke
have
on my- I had
Zeke
Zeke on my
anymore.
fantasy team, yeah. And what I say affects who runs the ball, obviously.
Uh-huh.
That's going to be a good one, man.
Cannot wait.
That is going to be the game of the week. All right, the NFL action continues. We're one step closer to Super Bowl 57. The NFL Divisional round. And check out DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. New customers can bet just $5 and get $200 in free bets instantly. Plus, all new and existing customers can take a shot at an even bigger payout with DraftKings stepped-up same-game parlays. Boost your NFL winnings with each leg that you add up to 100%. That's right. So, let's talk about parlays. 25 Whistles parlay of the week. Here's what I have.
Come on.
You can tell me I'm wrong. If you don't like it, let me know. And if it's both of you guys that go no, I'll flip it. Okay.
I'm only going to say anything if I feel very strong about it.
Yeah, and if both of you feel strong, I'll consider. But if only one of you do, I won't.
Oh, okay.
Jaguars and Chiefs. Over 53.
I'm against it. Kevin?
I'm for it.
Okay, then we'll stay. Jacksonville over 53.
The Jacksonville defense could make that lower, but okay.
Well, yeah.
From what I kind of envision, I feel like, yeah, the offenses are going to struggle. I think Jacksonville can take the lead early, but I feel like Jacksonville's defense could stop Mahomes in the offense.
Well, I'm going over 53.
Okay, you got it. You got it.
The Cowboys and 49ers. Under 46.
46.
I hate these over-unders.
I know.
I thought you were going to go regular point spread. I like it. That's fine. I like it. We're going to miss some field goals, so go ahead.
46, so that's
I
each
take the
team.
over. Yeah, I take the over.
So you would say no.
Yeah.
And I hate betting unders because it's like you're rooting for nothing to happen.
I know.
Mhm.
A boring game.
Mhm. But I'm going to go the over on the Jacksonville-Kansas City game, the under on the Cowboys-San Francisco game. What'd you say?
Nothing.
Why are you shaking?
Because I really don't know about that one. That's a tough one.
Did we flip it?
I mean, what do you think, Kevin? You think?
I say over.
Yeah, man, I'm leaning over,
I'm
Bones.
thinking like
Okay.
27-23.
Are you guys both going over?
I'm closing my eyes. I'm picturing those deep passes to CD. I'm picturing McCaffrey going off for an 80-yard run.
But
Like,
the Niners, both defenses are really good.
Eddie,
nah, man, I'll stay with yours.
you sure?
Yes.
I'm going over then because Eddie's like my, again, canary in the coal mine.
I respect that.
Yeah.
I
So we're
respect
going
that.
over on both those, Mike.
Okay.
Jacksonville,
Yeah.
Kansas City game over. Dallas, San Francisco game over. And we're just going to leave it at those two.
But again, if you see McCaffrey run for an 80-yard touchdown, you remember what I said.
But I'm doing over on both.
Yeah.
I know, but I'm saying that, like, if that happened,
No, you can't take both sides. You can't take credit for both. That is cheating. I drink water here. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use the code BobbySports. New customers can bet $5 on the NFL Divisional round and get $200 in free bets instantly only at DraftKings Sportsbook with the code BobbySports. 21 and up, most eligible states. But age varies by jurisdiction. Eligibility restrictions apply. Gambling problem, 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. See show notes for full details. I got to say, on DraftKings, and Eddie and I do this, we'll text each other if there's a game that we feel like a team that's really good has fallen quickly. And I went to have dinner with my wife, and Kansas was down to Kansas State by like 13 early. And so I loaded up on it. Like $500, which is a lot.
Wow.
Yeah.
But
Jeez.
it was like I took Kansas plus 7.5. I was getting almost 8 points.
But Kevin, he wasn't watching the game. He was at dinner with his wife.
Oh, you were just checking on your
Yeah.
Like, he didn't see how they were
You didn't
playing.
know like what was going
No,
on.
No, nothing like that.
Yeah,
Oh my
I knew nothing.
gosh.
I knew nothing. And when I put it back on, it was going to overtime. And I was like, okay, that's what I'm talking about. Like I wish somebody would just won. I didn't even care who won. Just don't beat Kansas by 8. I'll win the money. Then went to overtime, and I believe Kansas lost by 1 point.
Mhm.
And so it's kind of a fun thing Eddie and I do. If we hit one of these, we send it to the other person. First we'll tell them, hey, this game's happening. If you want to hop on it. We probably have like a 70% accuracy on those.
Hey, heads up, Gonzaga's down by whatever. Like, let's load up.
And sometimes you load up and it hurts when they don't hit.
Sure.
That's happened a
Because then
couple
they
times.
stay down.
Yeah.
They never come back.
Yeah.
And we have like a 70% accuracy, but it doesn't happen that often. So it's not like we can bet on it or literally bet. It's not like we can just count on one of these happening. But I sent to Eddie, I was like, hey, check it out. I just hit this, nailed it, boop. And he goes, yeah, I had him straight up Kansas -1 for a 4-game parlay. Sorry.
Oh.
And so I sent him my win not to show him, hey, look what I did. And he's like, yeah, that's what cost me a bunch of money.
He had no idea.
I didn't
though.
know. I didn't know.
Bones didn't know. And
I-
at first I said, dude, that's awesome. Congratulations.
I was like, sorry, dude.
but they busted my 4-game parlay.
There was another one I hit too. What was the other game that I had accidentally bet twice and I sent it to you because I hit the button twice? It was the same
Let's see.
situation where maybe it was Texas.
Was that later that night?
Yeah,
That would've
same,
been Texas.
same night. I love doing those though because I won't watch the game, and it's probably good I don't watch that game.
Oh, it's Tennessee.
Oh, it was Tennessee.
Tennessee
That's right.
-3.
It was Tennessee
They dominated that
-3.
game.
Was it Mississippi State?
Mm-hmm.
And Tennessee's way better than Mississippi State,
Yeah.
and they ended up winning by like 10 or 12 or something.
I mean, I think the line was originally Tennessee -6 or something, or 7, which is like nothing.
Right.
So I jumped on that one anyway. But yeah.
I also sent Eddie a screenshot of me cashing out. Mostly I don't cash out because I just like to play. I'm not doing this. I'm doing it for entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
And I usually don't bet when I go like the Cowboys bet was the craziest bet I ever made
Unbelievable.
last year when I put $2,500 on there. But it was most of my winnings throughout the year. So I'm not going to take a bunch of money that I hard on work and I go like $2,500.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe 50, but not 2,500. But I'd won all this money through the year and through doing this show, and I said, I'm betting it. And I hit, right? I bet 2,500 and I won 4,300, something like that. Well, I cashed out and put back into my account $3,000. So I still have like $1,500 here, but it felt pretty good to cash out because I usually only keep it in there just to have fun.
Yeah.
It's
And
entertainment.
Now that's just like your play money.
It is.
Let's have some fun.
With
Let's do it.
1,500 though, you're not gonna be able to go hard on some of these games.
I don't have to go hard.
I know, but lately you have.
I only went hard.
What
'cause-
happens with me is once I go hard, I keep going hard, and that's how I lose quick.
Yeah, that'll get you.
Yeah.
I only go hard if I have extra fluff to go hard on. Like I don't go back into the account.
Interesting.
I've never gone back in. Well, let me say this.
Uh-oh.
No, I cashed everything out after NCAA last year, and I put in, I made some decent money, a few $1,000.
Yeah.
And so I guess I put $200 back in and started over and got there again.
Now let me ask both of you guys then, because obviously I don't bet nearly that much.
But that's what I start with. I start with $200 period, and that's it. And I haven't gone
Okay.
and lost it all.
Okay. Is it more about the money for you guys, or more of like, yeah, I got that right,
No money, because I don't bet it enough for me to be like
like a life
my heart
changing.
pumping,
Yeah.
being interested in it. To me, it's entertainment.
Right.
It's fun.
Right. Okay.
That's why I tell people are like, use DraftKings. Like, what do you do? I was like, I find games that are fun. If I'm watching a game that I'm like, I would never actually care about this Alabama Tech game.
Kent
Yeah.
State.
Yeah.
Why am I watching this? Why am I looking for this on ESPN Plus?
Yeah. $7.
Yeah. Yeah.
See if I can get it right.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you're like, yeah, I knew it. I hit that.
Yeah. I don't ever feel that confident though, but yeah.
No.
Reid did the same thing. Reid, our video guy who also made the jingles. It's the title.
Yeah.
Kickoff Kevin.
Yeah.
What did you do?
Okay, so last night I came out of retirement for a little bit.
He went into retirement because he won a bunch of money with a parlay we did, right?
It was a parlay, yeah. I followed you, and my dad was coming up. I had already done one of your parlays the previous week, and I think I bet like 50 on it, and I took 200 of the winnings from that and just put it on that parlay that you did, and won $2,500.
Love it.
And so you came out of retirement.
I came out.
How
yep.
much of that 2,500?
Oh, I mean, I cashed out all of that.
Okay, so what, did you put money back in the account?
Eventually, yes, I put $50 in.
Okay, so then you did
$50.
what?
So last night I started with $50, and I did a 2-game parlay and ended up cashing out. Needless to say, I went to bed with $1,800.
What
on earth?
Swear.
You didn't tell me that
$1,800.
part.
Wait, you started with $50 and you made
50 bucks,
$1,800?
yeah.
What were you
What?
betting on?
Okay, so the first game I did, here, let me actually pull it up.
Yeah, pull it up.
Yeah. Wait.
This is
I thought
crazy.
he was literally going to say, started with 50, ended up with 68.
Me too.
And I was going to be like, that's awesome, dude.
Or I lost it all because I couldn't stop.
Left that part out.
Yeah, okay, hold on, let me see.
You do that. We'll come back in a second. Staley's staying as the coach of the Chargers. They fired their quarterbacks coach and offensive coordinator.
Mhm.
Staley said he never thought he was getting fired.
I don't know if I believe that.
If you're a human, you probably...
Oh, yeah.
And
You know.
last year, he was known for being... And he wasn't as odd this year with a lot of his play calling. He wasn't as much of a risk taker this year on fourth down on your own side of the field. But they were saying early that if Staley didn't perform, that he had a shot to lose his job.
Especially with Sean Payton out there lingering.
I don't think Sean Payton. I don't think the Chargers were going to give up a middle first round pick, period. So I don't think Payton was ever an option for the Chargers. But for Staley to say he never thought he was going to be fired, do you believe him? Or is this just what you say now because you made it? I think it's just what you say. You just always show confidence.
Yeah, and he's that guy. I think he said they asked him about getting out coached in the second half, and he was like, I don't even know what you're talking about. And they were like, I'm pretty sure you do, but okay. Sure.
Eddie?
I mean, guys, anytime anyone says like, yeah, man, I just got fired. Like, I don't know. Like, what do you knew that you were getting fired. Something told you had an argument with your boss, you had a discussion, whatever, or you've been bad at your job. You've missed 5 days in a row. Something's up where you know you're getting fired. He knew he was getting fired.
Or at least he was being considered. Because he didn't get fired.
Right. No, I'm saying you
Yeah.
have the idea.
Yeah, you
of
can't
that.
like avoid all the internet
Correct.
and all the reporters.
Yeah.
Yes.
Reid, you pull it up?
I got it.
What do you
I
got?
it. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest. I had no idea what I was doing this
Oh
entire
my
time.
God.
It's one of those.
Yeah,
Don't even
he's-
say that.
I've
dude.
done those too. I like where it's like, let me put $10 on the Euro League.
No, seriously, that's what it was.
This is
I-
going to piss me off. I might need
I
to go.
know. I know. I'm gonna leave.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I was wanting to mess with like some live game bets, and so let's see.
You started with $50.
I started with $50. Yeah, $50. And
Read your bets of the night.
Okay, so my bets for the night were, I did a parlay with Missouri State and DePaul.
Oh my God.
my
You just
God.
literally did like an 8-year-old picking an NCAA bracket.
100%. That's exactly what it was.
Wow.
And so
Did you pick the spreads or the money lines? for
money
them?
lines for both of them. Yeah. So, granted, the payout would have been like 900 and something. I cashed out after Missouri State for 492.
So how much did you bet on that parlay?
50.
Were they such an underdog?
They were down by like 6, and there was like a whole nother quarter left.
So, a half? Oh my God.
Yeah, half.
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
Sorry, my brain.
This is awesome.
He doesn't
Yeah.
even know what
I
you're
know.
asking.
This is awesome. This is the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh, yeah.
So these were money line
There's a
bets
half, there's a
or
half.
I just
spread?
wonder if they were a big underdog before the game.
Yeah, who's a favorite?
Do you know who before the? You won't have that on there probably.
I do not.
Okay, so you bet $50 on those two games,
Wow.
Yep.
and Missouri State wins.
Missouri State wins. DePaul ended up actually winning, but I cashed out 492 before that game was over.
So you went 50 and won 492.
Yep, 492, and then
What? That's unbelievable.
I gotta
Yeah.
ask, what made you pick that game?
I think it was just because it was like, let me see.
He doesn't know.
It was on
yeah,
TV.
I don't know. The odds was like plus 1492.
So Christopher Columbus, you big guy,
And it was and it was close. Like it
Yeah.
was close, and the game,
big
it-
sail the ocean blue type. I get it.
for sure, it could have gone either way, and so the game was almost over. So,
So are you like, holy crap? Let me just cash out?
yeah. So I ended up cashing out, and then
Started itching,
But you would have hit it.
I would have hit it. Yeah, DePaul won. Yeah.
man.
but he did hit for $500.
I know, it's
he
amazing.
basically went $50 to 500,
That's amazing.
just like that. Okay, so then how do you win more?
Okay, so then I was watching the Arkansas Missouri game, and you're probably gonna fire me for this, but I was gonna bet on Arkansas.
I can't
To
believe
win.
you bet on Missouri. If you bet on Missouri, you have to leave the show.
No, wait. So I was watching the game until the very end, and I was looking at the odds, And I think so. Missouri was down by 6 at this point, and the odds for them to win the money line was like plus 200. And I was looking at that, and for like a solid 5 minutes, I'm not even gonna lie, the money line for Missouri to win went up to plus 1,400, and they were still only down by 6. And I knew Arkansas had been getting some bad foul calls and stuff, and so I put 100 on that, and it was a $1,500 payout.
Wow. Hey, did you cheer really hard when they lost?
I mean,
Because it's a lot of money.
Reid, tell the truth.
It's a lot of money.
I didn't sleep. I was so excited. Yeah, it was great. I was very upset.
Take the license plate off your car.
But I mean,
You're not
yeah,
from Arkansas anymore.
with Vanderbilt and the calls from that game, and then obviously the calls that
can't
happened
believe
at that
that.
game.
I like how he's hiding behind the calls.
Well, dude, there were some awful
That's
calls.
what
I'm-
I so much. I went onto
Oh no,
the
you
internet.
didn't go to Twitter, did you?
No, I picked a few of them off. I'm gonna make TikToks and be like, show me the foul. They're literal. Nobody touches anybody.
Wow.
Like though, and I'm never a ref guy. Rarely am I a ref guy. And I'm not gonna be a ref guy. I'm just going to be rough guy.
Just for a second. Just for a
Yeah,
second.
It was bizarre, right?
It was. That's what I mean. Like there were just some crazy things happening in that game, and I was like, I hate to do this, but it jumped to 1,400.
I can't. So wait, hold on a second. Let's talk about how much money you really won, though. So if you went from 50 to 500, you're up 450.
Yep.
And then of that, you bet how much?
100,
So then you bet 100 and you win how much?
1,500.
So then you won 1,400. So basically you won 1,800 bucks?
Yep. 1860.
1850.
or
Oh, my
something like
God.
that was the payout.
He won 1850
Stop whispering.
in one night.
He's like, yeah, man, I just a day.
Well, he hasn't slept. He hasn't slept. He
This is how you
partied.
get a gambling
And
addiction.
here's where you start saying. Then you went downtown, drank all night.
That's
100%.
congratulations, buddy.
Thank you.
Have you not slept?
I mean, it was really hard. I'm not gonna lie, it was really hard. But I did end up actually going to sleep. Yeah.
Wow.
With how many people?
He bought them all.
It was a crazy night. It was crazy.
Congratulations, Reid.
Thank you, man.
cool.
That's
Amazing.
That's fun. NFL international games. Buffalo's playing in London next year. So are the Titans, and so are the Jaguars. Wow. Well, how are there only 3 though? Are they keeping? Are they doing like a battle royal? Did they not mention the 4th? Because those 3 can't.
All play each other at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a Chinese checkers board. So there's got to be obviously somebody else. But the Chiefs and the Patriots are playing in Germany.
Oh, I love that. They got to have that in Germany every year
Designated
now.
teams for 2023 international games: Buffalo, Tennessee, Kansas City, New England. Regular season home games in UK for 2023: Jacksonville Jaguars. So it's just a home game, and another team's gonna.
Yeah, because I was looking at the Patriots when they announced that earlier, and I was like, wait, so they're playing the Chiefs? But it didn't say they're playing the Chiefs.
I
It
would
says that
imagine
they're
though
both,
they would though.
they're
right?
both playing in Germany. So I was like, wait, does this not mean they're playing each other?
I'd hate that. I'd hate to go over there and play those. Fly all the way over there,
Oh,
play a game. Have to
yeah.
that'd be terrible.
Oh,
It's not good
It'd be
for
fun
them.
to go there. It'd be terrible. I was looking at Colorado's football schedule next year because Deion Sanders, Coach Prime, in his first season, and he's putting together a pretty good portal team. He took one of Arkansas's better defensive players. All of a sudden, he says, "I'm in the portal." We're like, "Wait, what?" Like, "Yeah, I'm in the portal." And he goes, "We're like, where is he? What?" And he's like, "Going to Colorado." He's like, "Oh, I got it."
Makes sense.
So, the Pac-12 released the 2023 schedule for Colorado. Week 1, TCU. Week 4, Oregon. Week 5, USC.
Oh, yeah.
Week 9, UCLA. Week 13, Utah. I mean, that's a tough schedule.
Mm-hmm.
That's tough. It's going to be interesting to see what happens next year. I think they only won 1 game this last year, so anything will be an upgrade,
yeah,
but that'll be tough.
yeah. I'm anxious to see his kid, quarterback,
I think it's going to be really good.
because people keep talking about him, like, even in
Yeah.
the draft class. And I'm like, oh, he's that good.
I think it's
Okay.
going to be really good. Let's just finish it up. What do you say? You good?
I like it.
Eddie's been going all day long.
Oh, man, it's been a long one.
And now he's going to work out with me, but I don't know how he's going to make it.
I'll make it. Actually, I finally feel good. Dude, I'm telling you, mentally, I've been thinking about this workout. I hate it. Don't get me wrong. It's terrible, and
Yeah.
you don't feel good afterwards, but I've been thinking about it.
Have you been consistent or no?
No, the
One
last
time.
time I worked out was when
And he was going
last week.
Yeah, it was last week, the end of last week. And then he was going to work out a couple days ago, but his hangy-bangy was sore.
I've been sick, man. I got a little sinus stuff going on.
So we didn't work out.
Yeah.
But sore hangy-bangy will do that to you.
But it will.
All right, end thoughts, Kevin.
Mine are the reports that recently came out. I don't know if you saw this, But remember when McDaniels turned down the Colts job last minute?
Yeah, didn't he like accept it and then run away from it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And somebody on Twitter, Dan Dockich, I don't know if you remember him from ESPN days, he came out and said that he found out it's because Jim Irsay, Colts owner, was in his house, and he went to the bathroom, and he was in his bathroom for like an hour, and they didn't know what he was doing in there. So McDaniels' wife was like, I don't want you going to coach for that team. Now, I don't know if it's really true or not, but they're
that's so
putting that
random.
on Twitter, and I'm like, this is so random, but it's so funny if it's true.
Like, was he taking a big poop?
Nobody-
No one knows.
Was he getting a
Nobody
manly squeeze?
No
Was
one
he snorting?
It's taking some of the medicine.
I don't know. There's
You know
just
what I
so
mean?
many places my mind goes.
I know.
Or so Irsay was in the bathroom
Irsay,
Yeah.
Colts
for
owner.
an hour.
Yeah.
Like, I
Over
would
an
go to the
hour.
bathroom for over an hour. Hopefully nobody fires me. I just got IBS, man.
Yeah, maybe he has IBS.
Exactly.
In their house, though.
Sometimes
So,
that happens.
When you have to go, you got to go.
It's true. I'm just
Sometimes
saying.
I try not to use the bathroom at work, but sometimes I do. My stomach kills me. And I tell you, Eddie's so comfortable with it, he'll just walk in and start talking to me.
I mean, we have conversations.
He's like, man, hey, what do you think about? And I'm like, finally, I'm just like, you know what? Let's get something done. Might as well. Eddie?
Kevin's got a little explaining to do. He came to me earlier today and said, is this your wife's number on his phone? And I'm like, why is my wife calling you? And he had no answer for me. I haven't talked to my wife about it. So something's up.
If your wife goes, hey, is this Kevin's penis? I'm like,
What is the deal here?
Well, I had to tell her. I was like, no. Eddie was in Vegas last weekend.
Oh, got it,
He's
yeah.
here this
Don't be
weekend.
a
so we
jerk.
can't-
Yes.
Don't be a jerk.
why are you calling? Why are you guys talking to each other?
I don't know.
And how do you
I
have her
don't
number?
know.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying?
I thought it was her, and then it ended up being one of his kids. So I don't know. I mean,
No, it was
you
her
know,
number.
I got to
So
fill
you
in
think
coach, fill in
but you didn't-
dad,
you
fill in.
didn't- But hold on, you didn't talk to her on the phone?
No.
It just rang.
It just rang, and I picked it up, and it was one of the kids, and I don't even know what they were trying to say.
Got it.
He heard kids in the background.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
What
well,
makes
if you
I don't
call
even-
Eddie, if you just put any sort of ear toward your house, you hear kids in the background.
Correct.
That's true.
Just
That is
listen in the
true.
direction of your house.
Well, that confirmed that was my wife. Yes.
I'll talk about message board people. They're just idiots. I love message boards and I love to go read. And sometimes you'll pick up a nugget or two. But after a basketball game, you have people going, man, if I was a coach, I'd have done this. I can't believe he didn't do this. If this is my team, I definitely wouldn't have any 5 stars on the team. I'd rather have a bunch of guys that were going to commit. They're just stupid. People are just stupid, right? It's a place where people are stupid. And the other thing is how upset they get when a coach leaves. And I'm not talking about a head coach. We just had our offensive coordinator, Kendall Briles, go to TCU. He had flirted with Miami last year. Mississippi State tried to hire him this year. He said no. Kendall Briles posted on Twitter, I'm staying in Arkansas. Let's go. And then the TCU flirt started to happen. They wanted him. And apparently, this is just word. I don't know if it's true or not. Our coaches were just tired of him flirting with other schools, if for real or for raises or whatever. So he went to TCU, took that job. But people are acting like he went over and peed on their children's head. I can't believe he's a traitor. Effing loser. We never wanted him to begin with.
No boy.
On and on and on. Where if you were in a situation like a Kendall Briles or an athlete with NIL offers, you would probably almost 100% be doing the same thing, thinking the same thing. How do I look out for my family and myself? This is my career.
Yes.
He doesn't have any allegiance. Kendall Briles literally has no allegiance to the state of Arkansas except for his professional career when he came here to be offensive coordinator for Arkansas. And you're upset because I thought he was one of us. No, he's getting paid. He got the best offer from us. And then he came here. And then somebody's like, well, I can't believe he left. I thought he was one of us. No. Guys, coaches are hired mercenaries. You just want your mercenary to be awesome. Players, same thing.
Same thing. They get so fired up when someone gets a huge payday.
I can't believe they got
You
an
would
NIL
too?
deal. Yes. The kid in Florida who now wants released because they didn't come true on the offer they said they were going to pay him NIL-wise. So he's like, please release me. Because the collective said they were going to give him something and they're not giving him. He's like, let me go. People are like, what a loser. Hey, that's not enough money for you? What have we said about your job, sir?
Exactly.
Yeah.
so
If
dumb.
somebody says, I'm going to give you $1 if you show up and play, and you show up and play and they give you 30 cents, you're going to get pissed. The same way if they say, I'm going to give you $100 million and you show up and they only give you $30 million. You don't go, well, $30 million is a lot. And even though he said that, I just should be happy with $30 million. No, they promised you $100 million or $1. And it's just people on the message board who sometimes I go, are they real? Are there people this dumb? And the answer is yes.
Yes. Yes, there are.
The answer is yes. It's wild at how many people think they'd be a great coach. or think if they ran sports, it would be run better. That's all. We'll see you next week at 25 Whistles. Kevin, blow us out. Our only whistle in the building. Goodbye, everybody.
Ooh, good one.